This live event coverage is brought to you by Whole Being Institute, an educational organization focusing on learning and living the science of human flourishing. Take a free week-long course on positive psychology at wholebeinginstitute.com/7-day. Hello, I'm Christina Suzuma with YogaHub.tv here at the FACES conference in beautiful San Diego. And with me, which I am so honored, just to let you know, I am with Richard Miller, founder of the Integrative Restoration Institute. And I have to tell you how honored I am because I've heard so much about you through all these years. And now I am standing with you and I get to chat.
Thank you.
So Richard, you were speaking here at the conference.
Yes, at the FACES conference, I gave a presentation on resiliency in every moment of your life. How to bring in that sense of well-being into every moment that we're living. And how when we're going through good times but also more challenging times, how do we keep that feeling of well-being accompanying even when we may be experiencing grief or sadness or upset of some kind, and also when we're experiencing joy, a deep well of well-being that is in a way unchanging no matter our circumstance.
We have to breathe for that one. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And to create that awareness for every individual to live by those moments.
To live by those moments and to recognize this is something that's innate in us. We're born with it. And how do we nourish it, recognize it, and bring it in so that it is something that we're not remembering, but we find after a while it's remembering us. Because when we're in a challenging situation, we may not be able to remember that pool of well-being. But when it remembers us, then it gives us a ground to which we can meet those difficult moments.
So, Richard, in all your experience and what you speak about, where does it get lost in us? Where? Like, what happens? What is there?
When we're around 18 months, this sense of self begins to develop, and part of the mechanism of this ego function is to appropriate everything. So when we're having a difficult moment, instead of saying to ourselves, I'm having a difficult moment, the I kind of comes in and says, something's wrong with me. And that sense of well-being can then get pushed into the background. Part of the practices, to me, are to bring that back foreground. So the work that we work with people who are interested in that, we work with the homeless, veterans, women rescued from human trafficking, and children. We're really trying to help them nourish that deep aspect that we've forgotten. Our culture, our family situations, and life is stressful. It can push it into the background. We want to bring it fully into the foreground.
Raise that level of consciousness within each of us.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wow. So, Richard, let us know a little bit about what your organization is doing. I mean, it's been around for quite a while, hasn't it?
This nonprofit is in incarnation for the last 10 years. We're actually celebrating our 10th anniversary this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And Integrative Restoration Institute, we're a training institute. So we do trainings in our iRest meditation protocol. And then we also give retreats on a more spiritual nature for people who are really interested in awakening to that deep sense of well-being and what I like to say is becoming fully functional human beings. So we've trained about almost 3,000 teachers. We've got 15 trainers around the world who bring our trainings into different parts from the United States, Canada, London, Australia, Germany. And then we have a whole certification program for people who want to become teachers and bring it out into the world.
Oh my goodness, so you're international, your company is international.
Absolutely. We're based in San Rafael, California, but we are an international face. Yeah.
Congratulations. It's really spreading it out globally now.
Yeah, we've kind of hit a nerve, I think, here. This sense of resiliency is now the buzzword everywhere, and we really have developed a protocol that helps people really experience it in a very somatic, body-based way, and move it into their life so that it develops that deep core of well-being.
I almost get a sense in the past 5 years that there's been a huge paradigm shift, an awakening. Is that, am I sort of a little bit on or off?
I'm a pragmatic optimist. I like to entertain that idea, and as I go around the world, I know that people are suffering, and that's part of our nature. So yes, I think there is a big awakening, and there's huge suffering in the world that still needs to be addressed of people who yet don't understand that sense of well-being, and it's been pushed through trauma, through life circumstances.
Yes, I agree.
My optimist says yes, and my pragmatist says there's a lot of work to do.
But at least there's a yes.
There's a yes, yeah, absolutely.
Richard, I'd like to show our audience some of your works that you've come up with, and this is a beautiful CD set.
Yeah, this is a product I just did with Sounds True. It's 26 meditations on the nature of well-being, resiliency, and how to bring that into your life. So I give short talks and then meditation on how to ground that into your body. So this is something I've just produced. Then there's the book on PTSD. I wrote this for people going through trauma. This is 42 meditations where I show a person how to incrementally introduce our protocol of meditation into their lives and build it in. People who need to heal through trauma or some dire circumstance that's going on in their life, or just get a good night's sleep.
Oh, that's the first part, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the veterans who come to our program, that's one of the first things they say. We got the first night of restful sleep since I was in Vietnam or since I was in Iraq. So restful sleep is a really important piece for healing.
So they would go through this book and look at the different forms of meditation.
It's introducing our protocol. It's a structured protocol that they can learn to integrate into their life. So we introduce it piece by piece, element by element, so that as they go through the book, they're really learning to integrate the program into their life. And then there are 42 meditations written in the book, and then I have those actually recorded on our website for people who want to then download them on their phone and keep it with them as they go through their life.
Oh, good, wonderful. So that's very powerful when they can actually hear it while they're walking or trying to rest, and not just reading and trying to remember what they've read.
No, I mean, we want them to see this is something that they're integrating into each moment of their life. I think of the practice as 365 days a year, 7 days a week. So, every minute of our life.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, and of course, we have.
This is the original book I wrote many years ago, again with Sounds True, which introduces the basic practice that our meditation protocol is based on yoga nidra. Yoga meaning our interconnectedness with all of life. And nidra, while it means sleep, it actually represents a changing state of consciousness. So that would mean we feel that sense of interconnectedness no matter the state of consciousness we're experiencing. So you might feel sad or grieving over a loss or be exhausted, and yet you still feel this deep core of interconnectedness both with yourself and the universe. So the practice is really trying to show you how to really feel that in yourself moment to moment to moment to moment. Yeah.
Lovely. And this was your original book?
Yes, this I wrote back in '94 after 30 years of putting it together.
Congratulations. Yeah. So this was the beginning of all your works.
Yeah. From this, we started in research. The military asked us to study our program with wounded warriors coming back from war, and we were so successful they integrated our program into Walter Reed Army Medical Center. Mm-hmm. So now we're in over 45 VA centers, 8 Department of Defense sites. We're in hospitals, clinics. Our teachers are bringing it in to sites all over the world.
Oh, magnificent. Such wonderful work that you're gifting globally. Yes. Now, if people would like to be in touch or if they would like to be involved, which I'm sure One drop is a thousand ways. We have to get it out there. How would they get in touch?
Our website is www.irest.us, so they can come to our site. Our phone number is there. Our trainings, our workshops, our retreats that we offer all over the world are there. They could join our newsletter and get our monthly updates on what we're doing, articles. All the research is on the website that we've done, over 25 research projects to date with PTSD, depression, sleep, children, youth, all across the board.
Magnificent. I'm going there.
I look forward to seeing you.
iRest.us.
iRest.us.
iRest.us. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing with us all that you do.
Thank you, Christina. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I am Christina Suzuma with YogaHub.tv, and we wish you a wonderful day. And please join us again soon. Namaste.
The most foundational and one of my personal favorites is the Certificate in Positive Psychology. This is our foundational program because it's a long-term positive change aspect. So it's a 12-month program. It has 10 modules, 2 of which are on site, 8 of which are online.
Wonderful.
Yeah, because if you're going to instill change over a long period of time, it's not just learning about it, but it's actually engaging in habits and behavior change that support you in the direction that you wish to head.